This is the baked eggs in prosciutto cups from the Brunch with the In-Laws chapter. What I really like about this dish is you cook off the eggs in the oven, so you don't have to slave over the skillet while you have guests over. It looks gorgeous on the plate, and you pack a lot of flavor in a relatively small punch. You can either use large muffin pans if you own them, or you can buy the disposable ones, which I use. They work just as well, and it's a lot cheaper if you're only going to make this dish a few times a year. Go to the deli at your local supermarket and just have them slice some prosciutto really thin, and you're going to line each cup with 2 pieces of prosciutto. And you want to make sure there's a little overlap on the bottom so it gives you a nice even layer, and you want a little overlap, and you can just tear it away. But you do want it coming up the sides a little bit. That gets really crispy when you cook it off. It's usually my favorite part of the dish. Prosciutto, it's one of these things that, yes, when you go to buy it, it looks really expensive because it's, the price per pound is high, but you use so little of it because they're such thin slices. It's really not that expensive and won't break the bank for a very impressive dish. We'll just make one more of these. Usually you see prosciutto, it's wrapped around melon or antipasto platters, but when you cook with it, it's just wonderful. A lot of flavor, and it's something that your guests will really appreciate as well. Now, I've done this in advance, but all I did was I took some spinach, garlic, and tomatoes, sauteed it down, and we're going to take a little bit and put it on the base. And this is kind of a little hidden surprise that your guests will not see coming, but they'll love. The spinach adds wonderful color. The tomato gives a little bit of a acidic bite to it. And garlic, well, garlic's good in just about everything. Then I take a nice basil leaf, put it on top of that. You don't have to chop it or anything, just put it right in there. Just fixing a little wall here. And then we take 1 egg, and you just crack it into the prosciutto cup, nice and gentle. A lot of times, because there's so much going on in this dish, 1 will suffice for most guests. Because again, you have the prosciutto, you have the sauteed spinach, that most guests will only need 1 of these to be full. And then to finish it off, a little cheese, a little more cheese, and then a little chives. And then we're going to bake this for 10 to 15 minutes in a 350-degree oven. And I'll show you what they look like as soon as we bring them out.